All right, what's up? It's your boy Justice. Today we're running a little variant the Nico Robin build, a purple yellow Nico Robin. Um, I had the idea to use this Ohm with the new Holy that just came out. It works pretty good. Let's go over the deck list real quick. All right, we have our leader for life 5k Nico Robin Banish. When attacking, you may trash one card with trigger from your hand, add up to one down card from your down deck, set it as rested. Then we go into the new Holy. All your own characters and this character gain double attack. Opponent's turn, set the base power of all your own characters and this character to 6k. Then we have Nico Olivia, one cast, zero power, 2k counter on play. Give up to one of your leader, Nico Robin power, on power 3000 for the turn. Then we go into the Sky Island Searcher, two cost, 2k, 1k counter. Shura on play. Look at the top five cards of your deck. Reveal up to one Sky Island type card other than Shura. Add it to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. Running two copies of the Onami, two cost, 3k, 1k counter on play. Give up to one of your leader cards or leaders or characters banish. The trigger is really nice on this card. Trigger K up to one of your opponent's 5 cost or lower characters. I didn't play this card out much in any of the games. I don't think I did play in any of the games, but I definitely used the trigger a couple times. It's a damn good trigger. Then we have the original Holy, all reliable. 3 cost, 5k, 1k counter Holy, no ability. Then we have Ohm, 4 cost, 5k, 1k counter. Ability reads, if you have 2 or less life, this character gains 1000 power. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to one holy card and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Then play up to one holy from your hand. This card originally when NL came out was really good because it doubled the consistency of playing out the holy by letting you play one from your hand if you missed on the searcher, and if you got one on the searcher, you still could play one from your hand. Which, if you hit it, it increases your hand size. This is always been an amazing combo just because of how this ability reads. The effectiveness got doubled because of this holy. Um, and then on the defensive, it's really good because this actually goes to 7k, I believe, with this holy's ability to make it a 6k, and then he gets an additional 1k if we have 2 life or less. So he goes to 7k, which is good for keeping your bodies on the board. This is just an amazing combo. I wish the Shura and Fuza combo was better without without the NL Neela, because that would have been nice to add to the deck. Moving on, we have the forecast 6k Zoro. On play, you may trash one card from your hand, add up to one card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Yeah, Mr. Old Reliable Satori, one of the best 2k counters in the game. 5 cost, 5k, 2k counter. You may trash one card from your hand, play this card. Then we have the new Wiper, Sky Island Wiper. 5 cost, 6k, 1k counter. On play, you may turn one card from the top of your life cards face up. Get all of your opponent's characters -2 power during this turn, then kill all of your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. Then we have Activate Main once per turn. Give up to one of your rested down cards to one of your Sky Island type leader characters. This is just a nice playability. It comes in real handy against decks like the blue yellow Nami that plays the young girl card, because that card doesn't go rested, and that Nami gets too much value out of that card. So this is a great card to just play out and get rid of that and reduce some of the other bodies on the board and swinging for board. Then we have one of my favorite cards from OP15. We have the 5 cost 7k Secret Rare Luffy. Ability reads, if you have 6 or more down cards on the field, this character gains Rush. When your opponent activates an event or blocker, reveal up to one card from your top of your life cards. This character gains 1000 power during this turn per 1 cost of the reveal card. This is great for swinging over blockers. going into the body, great against leaders like Enel and what is it? What is his name? The mono black crocodile that likes to use events. They always miss swing, thinking that they're gonna get out of the attack. They don't, and we run no zero cost in this deck, so we're always gonna get a bit more power if they try to activate an event to a blocker. And Nell especially likes to activate events just to draw cards, makes the attack way more lethal to KO bodies. Then we have one of the staples of this deck, 6 cost, 6k, 1k counter. Nico Robin on play. If your opponent has 3 or more life cards, trash up to 1 of the top cards of your opponent's life. Moving now, we have the 7 cost 8k Nico Robin on play. You may trash 1 card from the top of your life cards. If your leader has the Straw Hat crew type, add up to 2 cards from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. On the opponent's turn on KO, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. If I'm being completely honest, I don't like this card. You typically only play this card out when you already have the advantage. This card doesn't feel great on curve. It feels good when both decks are going even, but if you're in a predicament, this card is just not good. Even though it gains you 1 life, it just doesn't feel good to play in most cases to me. Then we have one of my favorite cards in this deck, 7 cost, 7k, Nico Robin. 1k counter on play. You may add 1 card from the top of your light cards to your hand, and not to the graveyard, not trash it, to your hand. That's amazing. You basically get to draw a card with this ability. If your leader has a Straw Hat crew type, which we do, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. So you basically draw a card. So it's basically letting you draw a card. They could have just made it to draw a card, but they decided to do all of this. I guess you can combo it with other cards that like this Luffy. I guess you can combo with other cards like this Luffy that make you flip your life face up. But then you can play up to 1 Sky Island type card, carry the card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So the cards that we can combo is the Secret Rare Luffy, we can combo with the Wiper. Emergency cases, we can combo with the Satori. The Zoro is Proud Zoro, and the Secret Rare Luffy are probably your number 2 your number 1 options actually. The Zoro, as I read before, you get to draw trash a card and gain a life. If you need to swarm the board, you can go in for Ohm with this ability. That's 3 bodies on board for 7k. That's good value. And then we have Gun Giant. No need for me to read over that. Everyone should know what that does. And then we have this card that was just unbanned. The 6k event. Kingdom Come. I think it's a different name. Whatever. The ability is main K up to 1 of your opponent's characters, then trash cards from the top of your life cards until you have 1 life card left. So with these games, I try my best to highlight the Ohm and Holy combos. When these cards come out, they draw so much attention away from your life, and now they have to focus on this 6k body on board, or they have to now give up their entire hand to get out of 2 double attacks. So you can stack. Oh Lord, sorry, deleted them by mistake. So yeah, you can stack it. You can stack on this card, stack down on this card, and swing in. A lot of times when you swing with this card, he's already on 6k because of his ability. This deck is not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I just picked up the cards in this deck that I really wanted to play, and I was really wanting to use. This deck is missing synergy. And it's missing a boss monster. I don't like this Nico Robin, as I said before. If I have to put a boss monster in this game, it would probably be the 9 cost Boa that trashes the opponent life and gains you 1 life. And then when you're at 10 down, you still have defensive options with the Gum Giant. So that would probably be the best option. Probably go down to two Nico Robins, go down one Nami, and go down to one Kingdom Come. I'll put 3 copies of the 9 cost boar. Yeah, 3 copies of the 9 cost boar. And then because she has a trigger, you can still use her in emergencies to with your leader ability to ramp. So that's probably the best option I would change, and probably take out some cards just to make it more consistent, add in some sorchers for early game. But early game with this deck, I just like to swing in for 8. If I'm going first, I typically like to go first on this deck, swing in for 8, give up a card, give up maybe a Nico Robin to go up to 4. Maybe give up a Shura, not the Nico Robin, sure, because you want the Nico Robin to when you go up to 6. So you've started with 3, you go up 1, your rapid leader ability, you go up to 6, you play out Nico Robin, trash one of the lives. So now 4 life leader will be on 2 life by now, and next turn you could just spam out the board with this into this into this, or go into board with this. Is very aggressive, and it has defensive options with the Gum Gum Giant and the Zoro and this Nico if you like it. But yeah, that's it for the deck list. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, first we have the game against Enel. I keep the first hand because we have the Ohm and the Holy. Plays out his Ohm, plays out a Pudding. Gave up the Shiro to use leader ability. Six gain to life. I think we take, yeah. Seven gain to 6K. I think he misplayed right there. Form into Holy play. I'm guessing he's running the Pudding to searching for the 5-card Sanji. I guess he's running the Sanji Pudding. Don't know why he swung in with the Pudding when he could have just swung in with the Holy for a bigger number. There we have the Onami trigger. Definitely KOing that Holy. Using the Shiro to search. Right there, I didn't want to go too low in hand size, and I want to swing in and get some cards out of hand, but the 7 cost Nico Robin into the Zoro might have been a slightly better play. That would have been an 8 down that turn. So 5K in with Holy, 6K in with Ohm. Yeah, I think the Nico Robin into Zoro probably would have been a better play. The fact that he played no characters that turn lets me know he has a bunch of events in his hand probably. Now we have the Nico Robin into Ohm into Holy play. 7K banish into lead. He takes. Leave one up for Gum Gum Giant. I'm thinking I could save the Zoro this turn, but I decided to let it go. So right here, the Wiper would actually be a cool play because he would the Wiper would actually KO that Satori. Satori is only 2k, so that Wiper is actually crazy into NL. Oddly enough, if you watch One Piece, oddly enough, that Wiper is probably one of the best cards into NL. So now I'm just swinging into lead. Gives up a bunch of cards, not to go to 0. So I would say this game was a bit of a layup because he didn't see any of the NLs that make him a problem. And I didn't see any of my Luffys that sort of deal with those NLs, so I guess you could say this game was a layup. Yeah, and he scoops. GG's. No, we have a game into Don Krieg, red green Don Krieg. Matchup sucks for me, honestly. Five into lead, he counters. I missed the Ohm. I missed the Ohm search. Nothing special here. 6k Robin. Trash of life. This deck is such a cancer to the meta because it just shuts down low to the ground decks. It shuts them down completely, so you have to go tall. You have no choice. And that's why I play out there that Robin, because that's the tallest character in this deck. So I needed to get her on board if I want to have a chance. In hindsight, I shouldn't have trashed that. Luffy probably should have trashed the Nico Robin. So I went Nico Robin into Wiper, reduce some of the bodies I could swing into board. Walk into 3k he takes. 4k into 4k. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have swung in with the Nico Robin this game. Should have waited till after I played out the Wiper. Nine into lead. Take. Gave up that Luffy again. I think that was probably one of the biggest mistakes with this deck. I keep giving up that Luffy. I needed that rush. I needed that rush that you couldn't block out of. 3 cards together was 7k. He froze both of my Robins. Seven into 6, he took. Zoro went up 1 life. Looking back, I did forget to use the activate main for the wiper to gain to give a rested down to our character. Kind of mad he got away with that game. If I had 1 more counter in hand, I think I would have definitely won that game next turn. Alright, we have the last game into red-blue Marco. Eight into lead. 8 banish into lead. Gain arrested down lead ability. We decided to take both just because we didn't have much counter in hand. Plus 7 into the 5k. We get the double attack Holly after the Ohm search. As you can see, the Ohm just went to 7k. That's so good. Plays out the 3 cost 5k. Plays out the 3 cost 5k Marco. Use the Nico Robin trigger, bring out another Holly. I have 2 life, no fair losing the game right now. So he had to block out at a double attack. So no need to leave a down up or Gum Giant. 7k into a 4k. You got it. Decided not to let him get it up, huh? Keep my bodies on board. 3 cost hold. Oh, that's why the 3 cost Holy would have given it. He has no blocker. 3 cost Holy gives Ohm double attack. I stack. Can gain the lead and you scoops. That was a nice quick game. He was more or less bricked up in hand. He needed to get rid of that Ohm that turn. Oh, he lost. I still had the Secret Luffy in hand. Zoro could have gone up another life. Could have done that turn. But anyways, to my opponent, good games. I have a couple more games I'm gonna post another day with the same deck. If you want me to modify the deck and actually make it playable, I just made this deck for fun. I don't intend for anyone to pick up this deck and play with it. I made this deck more or less for fun, just played some of the cards I liked in yellow right now. There are modifications I could probably make to the deck just to make it a better overall deck, a usable deck, but it'd probably be too similar to some of the other deck lists out there. But if y'all want to see me do that, let me know. I did this just for fun, just want to use that Holly Ohm combo. And appreciate all the support. See y'all in the next one. Justice!